In 2003, Terrence Jamar Graham was convicted of armed burglary with assault and battery for his role in trying to rob a barbecue restaurant in Jacksonville, Florida. He was eventually sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He was just 16 years old. That same year in Alabama, Evan Miller, 14 years old at the time, was convicted of committing a fatal burglary. He too was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. There is no argument, they did it. But I've devoted my career to asking, can a young person that young understand the consequences of what they're doing? And if they can't, should we be exacting the same punishment as if they were adults? My research into the adolescent brain suggests no. The brain is under construction until at least the mid-20s. And up until that age, there's undeniable proof that the region of the brain that is responsible for judgment and for reasoning is not yet developed. In 2009, my findings were presented to the United States Supreme Court. It is part of an effort to overturn these convictions. The majority of the justices agreed with me and my work and declared that sentencing adolescents to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole is unconstitutional. Thank you. My research blends neuroscience with developmental psychology. What does this mean? It means that I study the development of the brain to draw conclusions about why adolescents behave the way they do. There is limited government funding allocated for this type of research each year. That's why the endowed chair that I hold, the Jeffrey Wenzel Term Chair in Behavioral Neuroscience, is absolutely crucial to furthering the research that can be applied to current policies that affect teenagers. The endowed chair provides me with necessary resources that I simply would not get anywhere else. Thank you to Bernice, who is here tonight, and to her late husband, Wendell Jeffrey, who I had the pleasure to meet, for believing in me and in UCLA. And I'm not the only one at UCLA working on emerging fields. Many of my colleagues ask new questions that will end up improving people's lives, from physical and mental health to the environment and other important societal challenges. But as many of you know, big breakthroughs require big investment and great vision, just like any other worthy venture. And the return on that investment can be even heard all the way to the Supreme Court. Thank you.